Self-identified fiscal hawk and friend of the show, Republican Congressman Tim Burchett of Tennessee, who now serves on that DOGE subcommittee. Congressman, always good to have you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Marky. Thank you for having me on, ma'am. And everything Elon said there was correct. It's a start. President Trump has already pointed out that they'll be going after education and then the military next, which I assume is the Pentagon. And so I'm looking forward to all those things.
You're obviously a fan of cutting the federal fat. You and I have talked about that, countless times. But do you think the agency or DOGE has done too much too quickly? I mean, was this the mandate from the American people to dismantle entire agencies?
Yes, ma'am, it was. When they see the incredible fraud going on and people are paying taxes and the IRS is going after innocent civilians. You have people in North Carolina and Upper East Tennessee where Hurricane Helene ran through there and Biden allocated $100 million. Congress voted for it. I did not, because I knew they would steal it, and that's in fact what they did. And those people are, until Trump came along, there wasn't any power up there. The Army Corps of Engineers was non-existent, and of course FEMA is a total fraud, wasn't doing anything. So I think you're seeing this is what America wants, and they favor it, and they know, and I think they need to pile it on faster, because I think in 100, 150 days, a lot of my friends on my side of the aisle, Marjorie Taylor Greene and I had a conversation. I said, it's not going to be the Democrats that give us the problem. It's going to be the Republicans, because they're going to get squeezed. Their girlfriend and or their wife who works for one of these agencies or one of these companies that is funded by one of these agencies or sub companies or what have you, is going to get pinched, and they're going to start squealing, and they're going to say, whoa, let's back up. But
so
the reality is this is a good thing.
On both sides of the aisle, because I know, Democrats have threatened full-on combat. Are you expecting full-on combat from Republicans and Democrats over DOGE's work?
I think from some Republicans, but mostly it's just the gutless ones, the ones that are running around with DOGE tattooed on their forehead. I have to question, where the heck were they the last 4 years when we were questioning all this reckless spending? They were nowhere to be seen. They were in the gravy train. They had their ladles out, just soaking it up with a big old bunch of biscuits. And this bunch isn't, you think we're going to change, and we're not. Once a little bit of the chrome gets knocked off the mufflers, they're going to start squealing.
I learned something new from you, a new saying every time you come on with me, sir. You keep us on our toes. We haven't had a ton of details about the focus of today's hearing, who we're going to hear from. You're about to walk into the meeting yourself. What are the highlights about to be? What are we in for?
I think you're going to see... I think it'll just be a screaming match, really. I think the Democrats are going to start making some wild accusations. The Republicans are going to try to stick to the facts. I've encouraged my members not to respond, because they've got their reactionaries, which are now becoming the mouthpiece of the Democrat Party. And as Ronald Reagan said, I didn't leave the Democrat Party, they left me. And I think America is starting to see that. Labor folks and stuff, this isn't what they signed up for, this radicalism. They want to get to work. They don't want to pay 50% of their income in taxes and see it go to some transgender show in Morocco or something. This is the reality of what's going on, and we're going to expose it, and they're going to squeal, and we're going to keep exposing it. And I hope we don't swing at the low pitches, because that's not going to get America anywhere.
Burchett, before I let you go, you and I talked last week about, what's making you say dadgummit this week. We talked about nutria rats last week. What else is not making the headlines that's grinding your gears right now that we should know about?
Dadgummit, this crazy budget stuff. Everybody's pitching a fit over, is it going to be one dadgum bill or 3 or 4? Trump said he'd love one beautiful bill or 2. He doesn't care. He just wants production. I said, these folks up here have never been to sold anything at a flea market in East Tennessee, because if they want to cut $3 trillion, they need to come in with, say, we're going to cut $4 trillion, and then come down. But they're not. They're always coming in at the exact amount that they want, and it always fails. So I'm completely frustrated with the budget situation, as I always am. And I've told the young folks, people that have been in Congress less than I have, I said, this is like a tied-up football game. Just watch. You flip on it for a second, then you flip off. You go watch the History Channel, go watch a good UFO show or something, or watch something on the Cartoon Network. But all you got to do is catch the last 2 minutes, Marky, and then make your decision. Don't get caught up in all this garbage.
Flip over to News Nation while you're at it, too, while you're channel surfing, sir. Hey, Congressman, I'll be looking for your selfie videos today after the hearing. Thank you for your time. I know it's a busy morning ahead. See you next time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.